Hello and welcome back. As you can see from the last video, the entire corner piece has been ripped out and a new one has gone in with the nearly flush joints between the boards. I say nearly flush because there is a slight lip between a couple of them, but nothing I can't solve with a bit of underlay and some scenic stuff. I can hide those joints easily. As well as the backboard going in around obviously the back, my neighbour and friend was able to scoop me up a load of green felt. I was quite appreciative of that as he didn't want anything for it. I will make sure to use it in the scenic side of the model, as well as I got a few old houses. As you can see, there's used to be a clock face in that one. That's going to be resolved. I've seen a YouTuber do the same thing. I'm going to hopefully copy what he's done. The back scene at the moment, the boards for the back scene are all up the majority of the way around the board. There's a few little pieces that offcuts and some ideas that need to be thrown into consideration. But yeah, I was quite happy with this. It came along quite quickly, and as you can see, still allowed access around the back. Very slim access, mind you. Even I, not being big, but even I, we found it a bit tight trying to get those boards on. They are screwed from behind instead of on the front, but you may occasionally see there is the little metal braces or brackets sticking through from underneath. I will show you that in another video. I've left this bit alone for now because I'm thinking of bringing the scenic side to an end about here, and then throughout the rest of the board that would of course go on to be the scenic side, which I hopefully will get round to this time, unlike previous attempts at building a model railway. And that is about it for today. It is just a small video just to show you that I'm still working on the model. I had another project on the go, but for privacy reasons I can't really show you somebody else's work if I don't have their permission. So their project has remained private under their personal request. Otherwise I'd have had another video in the last week. But the start of this week today, I have been back in the train room and working on my own project. And well, as you can see, it's moving on. It's slowly developing. I did buy some back scenes, at least two. So they're country themed. So coming out of the Cardiff region as I planned, there's this steelworks that I want to try and replicate, but it's not. I think it's the size I'm going to be restricted on, so I'm like that. But anyway, going to the countryside, these back scenes that I've already got somewhere tucked away, these back scenes should be perfect. So hopefully, if I can find them, if I can locate them, I can stick them up on the back wall and slowly actually make it a bit more real. And then of course I can put some track down, ballast a lot and add more scenic stuff. Luckily doing that one end where the Aberystwyth terminus station will be, as well as Carmarthen, that realistically doesn't need any points, doesn't need any real complicated electrical wiring. It doesn't need to be anything complicated. It can be literally a loop of track. So I plan to get the track down, know where all the geography, every road, building, get an idea of where everything's going to be, and hopefully I can get on with that end fairly quickly. Okay, it won't be perfect, because over the years, as a hobby should be, you take your time and you, with a passion, you patiently build more and more, don't you? If I was to just go at it at a perfect rate and say, hey, that bit's done, well, then what do I do? So the idea is just to get a rough idea of what's going to be where. You know, little villages, a river, things like that. As long as I can get the track down, I then can start working on the scenic stuff. So that's the plan, is do that one end first. But like I say, need to find the back scenes. So yeah, I'll work on that, trying to locate those. If I can't find them, I'll buy more. They're not that expensive back scenes. They're only paper back scenes, aren't they? I mean, nowadays you could probably I could probably go and get them, take some photos of the countryside here in Wales, and then just go and get them printed up in these long strips of paper and then just slap them on the back wall. So other than being in lockdown at the moment, but yeah, well, we'll see. As soon as I know what I'm doing, as soon as I get round to doing it, you'll get an update. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I wanted to keep this one short. It's just to show you that I'm working in the train room. So yeah, for now, that is it. I will hopefully get a video to you by the end of the week. Hopefully, even maybe have a train running. If I just put a bit of track in, maybe a train could run. But we'll see. Anyway, goodbye, and thank you again for joining me here and in the train room.